The Emperor is a fan of flock, and we must continue utilizing flock technologies.
But at least we can all coalesce around something.
Yeah. Yeah.
We can all coalesce around the flock cameras, Joey.
Yeah, I guess so, huh?
See Darth Vader made an appearance this week?
Darth Vader, Shilling.
Can we pull that up?
What the fuck's that?
That's who
all
I
about?
want shilling flock cams. That's
What a
good branding.
scumbag.
That's good branding right there. I know you don't want to agree with that, but you know it's true.
Yeah, I don't like
It's the
it.
first link under flock right there. I hope I didn't fuck this one up too. But Darth Vader showed up at a city council meeting and defended Garrett Langley and his fleet of... By the way, forget I already mentioned earlier his last name being symbolic, but like, what a dystopian name, Flock. You know, like who did this? It's kind of perfect, but it's so dystopian. Is that the... Yeah. All right, let's full screen this. Get this for people. So this is Darth Vader at the Public Safety Committee coming up for a non-agenda public comment. I'm just reading the screen here like Ron Burgundy. I don't know what that means.
Thank you. It's been a great day. Love to all.
Thank you. Darth Vader?
Oh my God, he said that's his name too. That's all.
When you call me up, call me Darth Vader.
The Emperor is a fan of flock, and we must continue utilizing flock technologies so that we can follow and surveil the rebel scum as they move from playground to playground, from playground to pool, from pool to gymnasium, because we all know that the flock cameras are not only following the license plate readers, they are following children. They are following children in parks and gymnasiums, and we need this. I need this so I can stalk my ex-girlfriend.
Thank you.
Love a good bit.
That's awesome. That's awesome. Look, you are seeing a lot of people from a lot of political backgrounds, by the way. I'm seeing some unanimity on
guy.
this who are upset about these things going up everywhere because it's now a visual. Like I said earlier, the phone creates this kind of illusion because we're in it, we email on there, we text on there, we do everything.
Yeah.
We're not actively thinking about it, and we should be. We should be. But these things right out in public, very three-dimensional with a one-dimensional task. Look at you, and God knows what happens after that. People have every right to be upset about this. They have every right to question all the money from an investment perspective that has flowed into these technologies, into Flock. We've seen the laundry list of that. That includes Peter Thiel, of course, because he's always involved in this kind of stuff, apparently. You know, people have a right to be angry about that. And now you're talking about, do you see that right there? I have a link right there. That there's even a discussed plan. It's from a leaked internal 2025 meeting. So this has not happened yet, to be clear. But this is a discussion that has happened behind the scenes about converting Ubers and Lyfts to license plate scan. Like, to all my law enforcement guys out there, I say this because I've had a few conversations this week with some law enforcement guys who have reached out very classily, by the way. I haven't had anything nasty. We've had some nice back and forth who have reached out and said, hey, these cameras are making my job easier. And I'm able to, we are able to prevent some crime and things like that. I said, hey guys, let me assume, because I don't know any of these people. They're all just reaching out. They could be horrible guys. They could be great guys. I want to assume they're great guys. I'm like, all right, let me assume you're a great guy who takes his job seriously and really does want to stop crime and prevent it and help people. That's awesome. When you create the precedent to be able to do this, you are also creating the precedent for the bad guy holding your same badge that you don't know about, the rotten apple, if you will, to do the same thing. This is called human nature. It is the definition of a slippery slope. It is exactly what our founders warned about. And so it has disappointed me when guys who are in law enforcement who are paid to uphold the law based upon people's constitutional rights cannot see the irony of preventing crime by violating potentially, or I should say, let me be fair, opening up the door for the violation of people's constitutional rights in order for that to happen. That's not supposed to be how it works. And whenever I've said to these guys, like one line I've given these guys is they're like, what's your big issue with the flock thing? And I say, I've read the book 1984. And again, let's not be a hypocrite. Let's not ignore these phones. These phones are an issue. But in public spaces, against your will, all these things going up. We played the chart a few weeks ago of how correlated they are with January 20th, 2025. When Donald Trump came in, and his first day, the next day in office, he's doing a press conference with Larry Ellison and fucking Sam Altman about the AI state. Like, we've been seeing these bars. And by another thing, people are talking about, what are you going to do about companies like Axon, which we have already? Yes, we will. I talked to someone this week about that a little bit as well. And at some point, we're going to do a podcast. I'm sure that's going to come up. Flock is just the symbol. There are a lot of other companies that are looking to do this and would love to see Flock unseated so that they could come in there and say, no, we're doing it the right way. I didn't tell you this, Joey Deef. I got an email the other day. I won't say the name of the company, but I got an email from a company that does the same thing Flock does, asking to come on the show because they're like, yeah, no, I'm so happy you're going after Flock. We're going to do this the constitutional way. I'd looked into it for about 5 minutes. And I'm like, yeah, that's not what you're doing. No. It's laughable. And this company, it also does, it's a joke company. Like, they're not going to make it. I'll just put it that way. But, you see this stuff happening and you have a right to ask questions. And again, optics. The worst people are the ones who love this. You got that video of Barry Weiss down there? Let's pull that up. So Barry Weiss, owner of the Free Press, very fairly bought for around $200 million because all her fucking 500 views per video on YouTube were certainly worth that, who's now also somehow in charge of CBS and running that fucking place into the ground. Barry Weiss, his key issue is Israel. That's her own admission. That's her number one issue on everything. Barry Weiss purchased by Larry Ellison to come do all these things and, have editorial over CBS and run the Free Press and, get that $200 million, which is nothing to him, for the rights to the Free Press to bring her into the operation. Barry Weiss, of course, through the Free Press, loves Flock. And she wants to use her publications and her media outlets to make sure you know. Let's run this video, Joey Beef.
Do you ever feel like you're being watched? That's the panic behind a new fear sweeping across America. People are freaked out.
Get a good-looking woman, tell you it's going to be okay. Mm-hmm. It's going to be all right. Mm-hmm. I look good. You look good. Maybe we can get out of here, get some dinner. Listen about these Flock cams. Go ahead.
Out about surveillance from our employers, our nanny cams, and our phones watching our every move. And right now, this anxiety is being taken out with electric saws and cans of spray paint on tools used by law enforcement to keep us all safe. The target?
Keep us all safe.
Flock safety cameras. In upstate New York, someone cut down a Flock safety camera with an electric saw. In Oakland, California, another was covered in paint. And in Idaho, someone rammed one with their truck. And in good old Florida, a man just sits in his lawn chair with a cardboard held up for the light.
Yo, pause that real quick. Go back to that guy. Hold on. Let's get that on the screen. Go back a little bit. Not all heroes wear capes, bro. Look at this motherfucker. This is down in Florida. I don't know this guy's name. I see a little tag down there at the bottom. I don't know if it's an associated account. It says @HarborHoney_. I guess that's on X. This dude is holding up a fucking...
Bring him a beer.
A fucking black screen sitting in his lawn chair to block the camera from seeing everything. That's a goddamn American right there, and that is the best of what a Florida man has to offer. So,
well done.
Well done, sir. All right, let's keep it going.
The lens. Since January, roughly 23 cities have canceled their contracts or shut off their Flock camera over Fourth Amendment concerns. There's even an open source intelligence website,
pause that real quick.
that's...
She's reading a script. I mean, not that we didn't know that already, but they fucked up that one right there. She was literally reading the fucking board at the side before that cut. Go ahead.
Finding these cameras so people know exactly where to vandalize them.
Go back on that. I'm sorry. There's so many things here, Joey D. If I'm making you work, my bad. Go back to that map real quick. It's a real blind spot on the Upper West Side there, no?
Yeah. Upper East got it though.
Upper East has a little, but Upper West. They're living under darkness up there. They need a hero that they deserve, but not the one they need right now.
Jersey City.
They got some in Jersey City, too. I don't see any in Hoboken. We're looking okay right now. That's good.
Exactly where to vandalize them. Here's what's actually under attack. In 2025 alone, the system helped locate 10,000 missing people. About 27 people a day, or about one every hour. Over 40% of...
That's what they do. They hide positives up front. That is what you call the outside of the Trojan horse, to convince you that this gift is a parting offer of peace. When in reality, they're going to come out, kill your fucking families, rape your wives, and sack the whole city. Anyway, let's continue.
Agencies said Flock helped recover over half of the stolen vehicles in their jurisdiction. In Indiana, an infant abducted at a shopping center was found in under 2 hours. In Ohio,
She even had to go inside for that.
She went inside.
She's like, let me sit down because this is gonna get nuts.
And she's doing the leg cross, the sexy leg cross. I appreciate the marketing efforts here. I see optically what you're trying to do.
Girl was located in under 30 minutes. And this is the tool that people are treating like the enemy. It is fair to have concerns about how companies use and track our data, but that's not what these cameras are for. To be blunt, they're not interested in you, unless you're a kidnapper, a thief, or someone who intends to do harm.
That's right. They're never going to be interested in you. They're never going to be potentially, I don't know, taken control of by government forces, bureaucracy to maybe install a little central bank of digital currency and surveillance. It's never going to happen. And in fact, George Orwell was a fraud. There's nothing he wrote that ever predicted any trends or patterns that could ever happen in society. In fact, I think all his books are rags. They have no, Joey D, you're the literary guy. They have absolutely no symbolism that we should ever pay attention to. And in fact, we should just mock him for being a complete total retard, right?
Yeah. Right. Why would I listen to a guy who ate chocolate bars to get by?
That's right. Why would you listen? I didn't even know that about him. Yeah. But obviously
he went down rough times.
I'm being quite sarcastic there. George Orwell certainly was cooking. He was certainly cooking ahead of his time, and you know, I gotta give Orwell a little shout out. When I was a kid, some of those books, like, you would think, like, when you're in 8th grade reading it, you don't get it, and you don't get it all the way because you're still 13, 14 years old. But like, he wrote it in such a way that even before I understood how a lot of the world worked and systems and stuff like that, I got it to an extent. I got it more when I was older, but like, even back then, I got it. And I remember friends of mine who also had to read the same books in school. Certainly, a lot of us were using SparkNotes as well. I'm not going to lie about that. But like, we all got it.
We got it.
We got it. So shout out George Orwell. Thank you guys for watching the episode. If you haven't already, please hit that subscribe button and smash that like button on the video. They're both a huge, huge help. And if you would like to follow me on Instagram and X, those links are in my description below.